And after a time when men were increasing on the earth and had daughters, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were fair, and they took wives for themselves from those who were pleasing with them. And the Lord said, My spirit will not be in man forever, for he is only flesh, so the days of his life will be 120 years. There were men of great strength and size on the earth in those days, and after that, when the sons of God had connection with the daughters of men, they gave birth to children. These were the great men of old days, the men of great name. And the Lord saw that the sin of man was great on the earth, and that all the thoughts of his heart were evil. And the Lord had sorrow because he made man on the earth, and grief was in his heart. And the Lord said, I will take away man, whom I have made, from the face of the earth, even man and beast, and that which goes on the earth, and every bird of the air, for I have sorrow for having made them. But Noah had grace in the eyes of God. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was an upright man and without sins in his generation. He went in the ways of God. And Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the earth was evil in God's eyes and full of violent ways. And God, looking on the earth, saw that it was evil, for the way of all flesh had become evil on the earth. And God said to Noah, the end of all flesh has come. The earth is full of their violent doings, and now I will put an end to them with the earth. Make for yourself an ark of gopher wood with rooms in it, and make it safe from the water inside and out. And this is the way you are to make it. It's to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. You are to put a window in the ark, a cubit from the roof and a door on the side of it, and you are to make it with the lower and the second and the third floor. For truly, I will send the great flow of waters over the earth, for the destruction from under the heaven of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Everything on the earth will come to an end. But with you I will make an agreement, and you will come into the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your son's wife with you. And you will take with you into the ark 2 of every sort of living thing, and keep them safe with you. They will be male and female. 2 of every sort of bird and cattle, and every sort of living thing which goes on the earth will you take with you to keep them from destruction. And make a store of every sort of food for yourself and them. And all these things Noah did as God said, so he did. And the Lord said to Noah, take all your family and go into the ark, for you only in this generation have I seen to be upright. Of every clean beast you will take 7 males and 7 females, and of beasts which are not clean 2, and a male of his female. And of the birds of the air 7 males and 7 females, so that their seed may still be living on the face of the earth. For after 7 days I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, for the destruction of every living thing which I have made on the face of the earth. And Noah did everything which the Lord said he wants to do. And Noah was 600 years old when the waters came, flowing over all the earth. And Noah with his sons and his wife and his son's wife went into the ark because of the flowing of the waters. And after 7 days the waters came over all the earth. In the 600 years of Noah's life, in the second month of the 17th day of the month, all the fountains of the great deep came bursting through, and the windows of heaven were open. And rain came down on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On the same day Noah with Shem, Ham and Japheth, his sons and his wife and his sons' wives went into the ark. And with them every sort of beast and cattle, and every sort of thing which goes on earth, and every sort of bird. They went with Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Male and female of all flesh went in, as God said, and the ark was shut by the Lord. And for 40 days the waters were over all the earth, and the waters were increased, so that the ark was lifted up high over the earth. And the waters overcame everything and were increased greatly on the earth, and the ark was resting on the face of the water. And the waters overcame everything on the earth, and all the mountains under heaven were covered. The waters went 15 cubits higher till all the mountains were covered. And destruction came on every living thing moving on earth, birds and cattle and beasts and everything which went on earth, on every man. Everything on the dry land in which was the breath of life came to his end. Every living thing on the face of all the earth, man and cattle, and things moving on the face of the earth, and birds of the air, came to destruction. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark were kept from the death. And the waters were over the earth 115 days. And God kept Noah in mind and all the living things and the cattle which were with him in the ark. And God sent the wind over the earth, and the waters went down. And the fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were shut, and the rain from heaven was stopped. And the waters went slowly back from the earth. And at the end of 150 days the waters were lower. And on the 17th day of the 7th month the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ark. And still the waters went on falling, till on the first day of the 10th month the tops of the mountains were seen. Then after 40 days, through the open window of the ark which he made, Noah sent out a raven which went his way, and that till the waters were gone from the earth. And he sent out a dove to see if the waters had gone from the face of the earth. But the dove saw no resting place for her food, and came back to the ark. For the waters were still over all the earth, and he put out his hand and took her into the ark. And after waiting another 7 days, he sent the dove out again. And the dove came back at evening, and in her mouth was an olive leaf broken off. So Noah was certain that the waters had gone down on the earth. And after 7 days more, he sent the dove out again, but she did not come back to him. And in the 601st year, on the first day of the first month, the waters were dry on the earth. And Noah took the cover of the ark and saw that the face of the earth was dry. And on the 27th day of the second month, the earth was dry. And God said to Noah, Go out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and your sons' wives. Take out with you every living thing which is with you, birds and cattle and everything which grows on the earth, so that they may have offspring and be fertile and be increased on the earth. And Noah went out with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives. And every beast and bird and every living thing of every sort which grows on the earth went out of the ark. And Noah made an altar to the Lord, and from every clean beast and bird he made burnt offerings on the altar. And when the sweet smell came up to the Lord, he said in his heart, I will not again put a curse on the earth because of man. For the thoughts of man's heart are evil from his earliest days. Never again will I send destruction on all living things as I have done. While the earth goes on, seed time and the getting in of the grain, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night, will not come to an end. And God gave his blessing to Noah and his sons, and said, Be fertile, and have increase, and make the earth full. And the fear of you will be strong in every beast of the earth, and every bird of the air, everything which goes on the land, and all the fishes of the sea are given into your hands. Every living and moving thing will be food for you. I give them all to you as I before gave you all the green things. But flesh with the lifeblood in it you may not take for food. And God said to Noah and to his sons, Truly I will make my agreement with you and with your seed after you. And God said, This is a sign of the agreement which I make between me and you and every living thing with you, for all future generations. I will put my bow in the cloud, and it will be for a sign of the agreement between me and the earth. And whenever I make a cloud come over the earth, the bow will be seen in the cloud. And I will keep in mind the agreement between me and you and every living thing, and never again will there be a great flow of waters causing destruction to all flesh. And the bow will be in the cloud, and looking on it I will keep in mind the eternal agreement between God and every living thing on the earth. And God said to Noah, This is the sign of agreement which I have made between me and all flesh on the earth.